Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day today. Our video is a little bit later this afternoon. I was in a staff meeting and then also I went through and checked out everyone's AR goals this week. And so Friday is our last day to reach your AR goal. So remember, there are two ways to reach your AR goal. The first one is you have to fill up your flower, and then the other way to reach your goal, it has to be both. The other way that you reach your goal is to make sure that you have all of your quizzes passed at 85, 90, 95, or 100%. Okay, so I sent out a little announcement on Google Classroom today so you can see if you've reached your goal or not. If you haven't, you still have Friday to do it. So if you're wondering about how you're doing on AR, of course, go on your bookshelf, right? Look at your progress and see how you're doing. Your bookshelf will tell you all the percentages and what you have received for the quizzes that you've taken on those books. And then, of course, check your flower, see if you've reached your goal and fill that up. Okay, so you still have Friday if you haven't had a chance to do that just yet. Okay, so today I wanted to go over a picture graph or a pictograph with you. That is a lesson on IXL for this week for online learning. And we've done lots of graphs in school, lots of tally graphs and some bar graphs, but not too much work with picture graphs. So I have a picture graph or a pictograph up here. And remember, the parts of a graph, we always have a question, right, that we're asking for our survey. We have our choices for our survey, and then we are going to collect our data or the answers to our questions in maybe using tally graphs or maybe coloring in squares using a bar graph. And today we're going to talk about a pictograph or a picture graph. Okay, so a picture graph is the same kinds of things. We're asking a question, we have our choices listed, and the way we're going to gather our data is by using a picture. Okay, so in this particular graph, I'm going to use a star as my picture. Okay, so I would ask, what is your favorite season? So let's say we had some stars like this for summer. Let's say we have a star for winter. And let's say we have 2 stars for fall. Now, normally in a graph, let's say we're doing a bar graph or a tally graph, we would just count them up and write our total. So we would just say 1, 2, 3, 4, write a 4, 1, write a 1, 2, write a 2. But in a picture graph, sometimes the pictures that we have on our graph table represent more than one vote. And so it's really important that you notice there's something new on our picture graph, and it's our little key down here. Now, the key is important because the key tells us what each star represents. So in this picture graph, it says 1 star equals 2 votes. Now, this is helpful in a picture graph because we're using pictures, and then we don't have to draw lots and lots of pictures all the way across on our table. So it kind of saves a little bit of space when we're doing a picture graph. So this is really, really important that you notice this as soon as you start working on a graph. Check to see if there is a key represented on the graph. Usually it's underneath the graph, but it's really important before you start adding up your data for your totals that you notice the key down here. So the key in this picture graph says 1 star equals 2 votes. So that means this star is not just equal to 1 vote, but it's equal to 2 votes. So something that I could do to help me figure out this graph the right way is I could write a 2 over this star, and a 2 over this star, and a 2 over this star, and a 2 over this star, because each star represents 2 votes. So if I put a 4 here, that would not be the correct answer. So if each star represents 2 votes, now I would count them by 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So actually 8 people voted for summer as their favorite season. So winter, there's 1 star, but 1 star equals 2 votes, so I would put a 2 over here, right? So this actually means 2 people voted for winter as their favorite season. And for the fall, I would look here. Here's 1 star, here's 2 stars, so 2, 4. So actually 4 people voted as fall being their favorite season. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another one together. And we're going to be paying attention to that key down there at the bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and ask the question, what is your favorite fruit? Okay, so that's going to be our survey question. What is your favorite fruit? Question mark. Okay, so that is our survey question. So here are our choices. Apples, pear, grapes. Okay, so that's going to be our choices. And of course, we're going to be doing this with a picture graph, right? And we're going to have to add up our totals here. So I'm going to look down here at my key, and my key says 1 happy face equals 3 votes. Okay, now that's going to be important, right? So let's say we had 2 kids, let's say we have 2 happy faces here for apples. Let's say I have 1 happy face here for pear. And let's say we have 3 happy faces for grapes. All right, now if I look at my key, which is really important for a picture graph or a pictograph, we always have to look for our key, what our key is telling us. Okay, so our key says 1 happy face equals 3 votes. So that means this happy face represents 3 people who voted for apples. This happy face represents 3 people who voted for apples. So that would mean 6 people liked apples as their favorite fruit. Okay, the pear, 1 happy face equals 3 votes. So we have to know that that means 3 people who voted for pear as their favorite fruit, right? And then grapes, we have 1 happy face, that equals 3 votes. 1 happy face equals 3 votes, and 1 happy face equals 3 votes. So that isn't just 3, that's 3, 6, 9. 9 people like grapes as their favorite fruit. Okay, now sometimes the key might just be 1 vote. So let's go ahead and do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to erase my happy faces and my totals here for this graph. We'll just keep our same question and our same choices, but I'm going to adjust the key down here at the bottom. Now the key says 1 happy face equals 1 vote, right? So let's go ahead and add our happy faces again. Okay, and we will add it up with just 1 vote per happy face. Okay, so if a happy face equals 1 vote, that means this happy face gets 1 and this happy face gets 1, so that would be 2. Here, this happy face gets 1 vote, this happy face gets 1 vote, so 2. This happy face means 1 vote, this happy face means 1 vote, and this happy face means 1 vote, so 3. Okay, so you see the totals change depending on how many votes each picture in our picture graph represents. Okay, so that's really important for getting the right answer. So when you do IXL this week and you're working on a picture or a pictograph, make sure that you are noticing that key right away. Okay, that's going to help you know what each picture represents, how many votes each picture gets in the graph, and that will help you get the correct answer. Okay, so it's kind of easy to figure out, just wanting to draw your attention to the key because that's something new on a graph. Typically, tally graphs and bar graphs don't have a key, but picture graphs usually do. Okay, so I hope that helps out today. Hope you have a great day today, and I will see you soon. Bye.